Hey, bonjour, Anine. Makte Benesi Indishnakas, Squatas and Dongdem, Opagan Sinking Donjiba. My name is Cheyenne Bartlett. My spirit name is Black Thunderbird. I'm Turtle Clan and a member of Red Rock Indian Band. I'm also the manager of Indigenous education for Superior Greenstone District School Board. I am here just to talk very briefly in a couple of minutes on education and the importance of food sovereignty and how to involve kids in this. So first, if we're talking about truth and reconciliation, this is an opportunity for educators to create a level of food sovereignty and understanding, but really focusing on traditional food harvesting by working in partnership with communities. And as a school board here, we do serve 13 First Nation communities, which all have their own unique ways of harvesting food. So again, that also leads to partnerships then. So it involves understanding community standpoints, what can be harvested, how things are harvested appropriately and appreciatively. There's an opportunity for students to gain credits through this work too. So we do have a couple of programs that are very outdoor education based, and all of the educators are highly encouraged and often do work with community to get that land-based learning. And many of the communities that we serve are starting their own local gardens too, which does meld Indigenous and Western knowledges together, which is pretty incredible, which then goes to the sharing knowledge. So when we share, different perspectives of learning, we can merge that learning together in order to foster a better understanding. And when you bring two knowledges together, it really rounds it out into ways that maybe we haven't thought of before. Curriculum connections. So as anybody who has been a gardener or has done land-based learning or land-based harvesting, there's a lot of curriculum connections. So from the community base, there's a lot of social studies curriculum. From literacy, there's a lot of procedural. From science, there's like that understanding of the natural environment and how to be part of it. Health and physical education for obvious parts, like understanding healthy lifestyles and also physically getting out into the natural environment, whether it's a man-made garden or out into the bush and collecting off the land in that way. Experiential learning. So when we learn by experience, it becomes much deeper than when we learn from a book by reading in a classroom. So removing us from those four walls and bringing us into nature where the knowledge actually lives and exists to learn in a meaningful way. Cultural connections. This is my last point. So in this picture here, and I just threw this in here and left this for the end, is tobacco leaves. So the harvesting of tobacco leaves that were grown in home, like on the land, and having students learn how to grow things, how to harvest things, but also, those sacred connections as well. So because tobacco is one of our 4 sacred medicines, being a sacred medicine doesn't necessarily mean that is the only cultural connection. There's also cultural connections in other food sovereignty experiences from the Indigenous standpoint, including, but not limited to, harvesting of berries, harvesting the spring goose, the moose hunt, trapping, snaring, and understanding different wild edibles that we can eat. So it goes and goes and goes. Anyway, I know I only have 2 to 3 minutes of your time. I'm sorry I can't be with everybody today. Miigwech, and thank you for the invitation and the opportunity to share.
Ani bojo kinwea, mishki kinibagokwe, danishnabe noswen awan, Carrie Dijnakanago, Easagabwa Tagat and Dao, Niganin Services Donjaneki. I just want to thank Justina and Cheyenne for introducing the work that we're doing for our communities to help them with their food sovereignty initiatives. Niganin Services is a group social services delivery model under Mamawes within the North Shore Tribal Council, and these are some images of the communities that we service. So Tribal Council serves 7 communities, and we also include Wanabate for Niganin Services. Here's an overview of where we are in Ontario. I'm in the center in Serpent River First Nation, about a 5-hour drive to Toronto, just for context. And what we do is we base our delivery on the 4 natural laws of kindness, truth, sharing, and strength, because we offer services to our most vulnerable people that people don't like to talk about, that face the most challenges and barriers. And you can see here about how many community members or homes that we're involved with. So kindness must be the foundation of what we do. What that looks like in practice is we have no door is the wrong door, and no one gets left behind. We do this by providing wraparound services to meet people where they're at and support them on with their attaining their goals. Part of the reason we have unique services is that we really listen to community. We do this by visiting them and having conversations, which includes the work we've been doing to learn what it is they want with food. We've heard over and over again over the years that access to healthy food is a high need. It's a high priority for our community members. And so what we've done at Kinumagewin is we are looking to provide land-based services. So it works holistically in that, yes, it's a place that we want to grow food and provide free food to our community members, which we're able to think about, and that's a goal for us because we're not confined by the agriculture business or industry. We're into supporting our people and getting back to those Anishinaabe values of sharing and caring for each other. So not only growing food at this site in our greenhouses, utilizing current technology and support from our Anishinaabe experts, as well as the University of Guelph, but also providing our own services connected to the land, on the land. We know that that is what helps our community members best. And we're doing that by having this site as a space where people can live and work, as well as provide some of the care or supports they might need on their healing journey. So here we have some of the yurts that we utilize at our current land-based site, and also a photo of one of our communities, because the work we're doing right now involves us supporting the communities in the work that they're doing themselves. And we're doing that by growing some seeds to support our northern neighbors as well as our communities with their community gardens. Miigwech for your time.